I don't know if I'm like, hello. But that's okay. I'm gonna just work and craft anyway. I'm down for the day and thought I'd come on and say hello, and I want to do some interesting attempts. I'm always doing attempts. So here's another one for you. Here's another one for you. I don't know if I'm live or not, but either way, I'm getting started. Let's see here. Okay. I'm gonna do some crackling today, but I'm not just gonna do any old crackle. I'm gonna do the two-step crackle today. And on top of that, I'm actually going to attempt on an interesting substrate. And that substrate is not going to be a typical paper substance, but instead, it is going to be done on, or attempted to be done, I should say. I need to say attempting to be done. And I don't know if this is going to last because of a connection, but I'm going to play with some balsa wood. And this is balsa wood. This is how it is spelled, B-A-L-S-A. And they came in a pack of pieces like that. And these pieces are various shapes and sizes. And they feel soft, like almost fuzzy, like a felt soft. I mean, they really have an interesting texture. And I bought this a while back, but I have yet to have a chance to play. Hi Yvonne, thank you for joining me. I'm just jumping right in because I'm always live on the fly. I never know if I'm going to be able to go live because of a signal, or if my signal drops out, I'll come back, but I apologize up front. I am at a truck stop, and I was down for the day. Thought I would get some crafting in. And since I didn't feel like editing a film, I thought I'd just go live and just play and see if anybody shows up. So welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm going to play with some balsa wood. Okay, I'm going to attempt to play with some balsa wood. And balsa wood, I think it's flour-based, but it looks like wood. It feels like paper, like a soft felt. It's bendable a little bit. It has a little bit of a, I don't know if I could, a little bit of a bend, but if you bend too much, thank you. Yay, I'm happy to be here. I went live, I think, a week ago, and my signal was shoddy, so shoddy. But, yeah, I'm going to try and do it again. So, hopefully some of my friends and peeps will pop in, and if not, it's just us, girlfriend. So, and that's okay, too, because I just didn't feel like filming and editing a video. I just want to play. So, anyway, this tendency to have a little bit of give to it. And I was watching some videos and how I could bend this. And I did find some. Now, the only problem with that is my pieces are kind of small. I really need some that are this big, and I didn't buy any that big. But you can get these at your Home Depot, your Lowe's. I got these, I think, at Lowe's or Myers, or Menards, rather, excuse me. I can't remember. I might have got it at Home Depot. But my thought process was, how cool would it be? Hey, Janie, you're here, yay! We got Janie in the house, Miss Trucker Janie. And I thought it might be cool to see if I can successfully do this. I don't know. If not, we'll just move on with other things. Because I'm always attempting something I don't know before I try it. I just go for things. This is what I do. So, the first thing I'm going to do is, well, I think I'm going to do is make an attempt to bend the sucker into an envelope. I don't know if I can do it. It reminds you of, yes, and that's exactly what they used Yvonne, was the old wind-up paper, the paper planes and stuff. Yeah, I think they still use balsa wood for little kid toys that they can put together. So yeah, it's exactly what this stuff is. So I didn't even take the time to get my stuff together, but y'all are gonna have to hear me ramble around, I guess, a little bit. Sorry. But I think the first thing I'm gonna do, thought I had, I don't know what I did with it. I'm always hiding things from myself. There's just too much going on. I know I have it. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, Steph, what did I do? I don't know what I did with it. Anyways, I guess I'll just have to use, I don't know if I can use this or not. I may have to get my, you know what, I better get the other cutter. I better get the guillotine out. And this is going to be smaller than I want it to be, but I really don't have much of a choice at this point. So I'm going to get the guillotine out. And let me see what the largest I can go here. I need to know the length this way because I got to have a square paper. 4 inches. Okay. All right. So I was watching some videos on how to bend balsa wood because I've never worked with it. I really wanted to see if I could bend this into an envelope, and that's the attempt I'm going to make first. Right now I just sound like a rat in a cage. Well, I do feel like one. Okay, here's what I'm looking for. Here's my envelope and box cutter. But let me see what the size is based on a 4-inch width here I can do. Paper size. It doesn't go smaller than 5. Come on. Okay. That ain't cool. Okay, maybe. See, this is card size, paper size. Okay, so, well, maybe I can right here. 4 by 4. The paper size has to be 7. Well, I can't do that. So the shortest paper size I have is 5 1/8. All right, that's not going to work. But I do have a mini envelope puncher, so maybe this will work. Hey, where there's a will, there's a way. Let's go 3/8 by 3/8. This is really going to be small. Because there's a 4 1/8, but I don't have 4 1/8. So I'm going to go 3 3/8 square. Without cracking. Yes, I have plans to have the little trays with water to wet it down. That's exactly what I saw, as I figured there had to be a way. And this stuff is supposed to, okay, that's 4 by 4. Man, this is gonna be tiny. It's not what I wanted. So what, that's okay, it's good for experimentation, right? So I guess I'm gonna have to go with this itty bitty thing. And let's see here. Since I want to do a 4 by 4, well, it's supposed to be, oops, 4 1/8. Okay, 3 3/8. You know what? I'm going with it. This is a 4 by 4 though. Uh-oh, that might be too, it's too narrow underneath. Let's see if I can do it with this one. Hey, I'm gonna try. I'm not giving up. Yeah, that doesn't go under it. So maybe I, well, yeah, it does. Okay, all right. Hey, let's just go with 3 3/8. I know, I haven't really got a chance to play with it. I just got it not too long ago. Let's see, 3 3/8 is right here. I have a 4x4 paper, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing this correct. But the first thing I'm going to do is score it. And then I'm going to wing it. It's a little tight. This ought to be interesting. If this works, this will be super cool. Well, now which one am I supposed to be using? See, it's been so long since I've worked with this thing. Alright, I'm just going to go with this score mark because that's what I did. Ugh, I'm all over the place. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. Why is it... Oh man, it's not like paper. It's a little bit off course. Why do I do this to myself all the time? I really do this to myself all the time. Okay, so that one, where's the score on that? Right there? How come it didn't go all the way? Oh, Steph, I'm gonna turn it over. I got turned over. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, it's been a while since I've worked with my stuff. Steph doesn't work with her stuff very often. Okay. Alright. I think, if I remember correctly, you go in this hole and you score. That's a little bit off. Come on now. Okay. And then I'm just going to hold that there so I can keep up with that little score line. But I want it straight. You know what? Here we go. I'm going to finish that score line. And yeah, it'll be really cool. I hope it works out. And then I'm going to attempt to stay in line. I'm going to do this real light. Let's see. This is going to be off a little, I can tell. Yeah. I'm going to try to go super light with these little wood grains. It kind of likes to move on its own, so I'm going real slow until I can get the score. Okay, I might need to get my ruler out. I'm obviously not very talented here. Let's just do that. Let's keep it on the score line. There we go. Oh yeah, that works much better. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, I don't know if I'm making this proper or not. It don't look like it, but we're gonna find out anyway. If I'm doing this wrong, please let me know, because I probably am. Am I doing this? I feel like this is all wrong. Okay, check the scoreboard, the regular envelope board. Okay, cool, thanks. Because, like, I don't think I'm doing this right. Let me just, you know what? Let me practice on a piece of paper. That's what I need to do. Let me get a piece of paper. Oh, here's a vellum. Let's do a vellum. Okay, so 3 3/8 right there. See, this is the score line. It goes here. I think that's... Do I need to move that? No, that's how it goes. And then you score based off that score line. If I'm not mistaken. That way. Right? And then you base it off that score line. Okay, I think this is right. Yeah. I was doing it right. It just looks different with wood. I guess because the type of shape it's becoming. It's not, it's a long shape. Yeah, okay. I think I got this. Yeah. Alright. We got this. So I'm not so messed up after all. Who knew? Yeah. Okay. Alright. That will work. Except I'm supposed to score and punch. Okay. Alright. I got it. Well, this is a test piece. It's okay that it's all scored up. Scored up. 3 and 3/8. Alright, we're gonna go with that. 1. I'm gonna put that back under there. Okay. And I'm gonna use this ruler because it's easier. I might have to trim this little wood anyway. I'll know that. And then that score line lines up with that. I don't have to worry about the ruler there. Stick that score line. Oh, brother, thank you. Oh, I'm glad you're here, babe. Hope you're feeling better. My brother has been a little ill, and no, it's not the coronavirus. He's doing better. He got bit on the lip by a spider, man. But my brother is the Spider-Man. I'm working in some balsa wood, bro. First time I've really ever worked with it, but I am so tempted to see if this is going to work. I couldn't wait to try it. Though I have crazy lines everywhere now. But we are working it out. I think I just messed that up. I wasn't supposed to measure that by 3/8. Okay, what? Okay, I'm gonna trim it proper size also. 3 inches, 1/4 inch, 3/8 right there. And 3/8. Now I'm at the proper size. Alright. That was a test piece of wood, and I totally tested that I messed it all up. Hey, Kateri. Thanks for joining me. I don't even know if I'm intruding on other people's lives, but the thing of it is I go when I can go, and this is a little tighter piece. All right, that one fits. I am playing with balsa wood, so my measurements were 3/8 by 3/8 for this little one. Is it this one? 3/8 by 3/8. Yeah. So I really need to be. Well, I can score with this one. Let's see, 3/8. Okay. Well, that's the paper size. Okay, that's why I'm going wrong, because the paper size is 3/8 by 3/8. The score line needs to be different. That's what I'm doing wrong. Okay. 1 and 5/8. Okay, now it makes more sense. All right, I'm getting this. 1 and 8. Hey, Julia. Glad you guys are here. end up with a what envelope? A 2x2? Yeah, it's gonna be small. It is gonna be small. Okay, gotta tell you something. Oh my goodness, what do you gotta tell me, Kateri? Are you talking to me? 1 5/8 is what this says. I'm scoring it with this one because I can't get my balsa wood under this one. So I'm working it off of this. So the score line was 1 5/8, so that is 1 5/8. Okay. Now we're on it. I think we're on it. I think we're on it. But which one do I use? The A or B? See, it doesn't tell you that. That's because this one doesn't have it. Alright, let me just read this a second. Extra small is what it's going to be. I'm going with A. Just going with A. It's beautiful plain A. Okay. Then I'm going to stick with that score line. Balsa wood. I've never worked with balsa wood. But it's tight in here, man. Ooh, it's a little bit tight. I may just have to do a template manually instead of using my cutters. But I'm going to try to use this first. Man, it's a little tight. Oh, man, that's really tight. I knew I was going to break it. You know what? Maybe I broke it right where it needed to break. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it was a good break. I'm leaving it there. It's going to be a wonky one. I may just have to do a manual template. Why do I always got to pick the hardest things to play with? Okay, I got to go to the chat here because I need to turn this down and read the chat here. Hi, Kathleen. So I'm at my mom and dad's. Mom yells at me and says, "Hey, your friend is on TV." And I said, "Who?" She said, "What's your friend's name? That truck that drives a truck." I said, "Stephanie?" She said, "Yes." Oh, cool, Mom. Thanks. All right, Mom, go. No, I'm not driving a pink truck. Oh, that's cool. Your mom's Stephanie also with 2 N's. Well, we are unique, so yeah. So I might be mucking it up, but you know, we're trying. We're trying. It is tight up under here. I didn't think, well, you know what? I'm just going to sit there and try to level it out that way. Just put it right there. Hopefully that's level. If not, it's a little wonky, but this is just for experiment purposes only. It's okay. It's okay. I ain't going to cry about it. Not yet, anyway. Cry later. I'll cry later. Okay, that'll go. Okay. But I like doing experiments with you guys because then at least you'll know what to do or what not to do. Or do it better or find a better way or inform me later. So, but if you do try this and we are successful and you do try it, I'd like for you to post your pictures in the group. This is horrible. I don't think this is right. Look at that. It's all over the place. I don't know what I did. Why did it work out in one spot but not the other? I'm not ready to give up on this yet. 1 5/8. Why did that not super proper? Look at time's a charm. Okay. Am I like score like ADD or something? I mean, what is it? Why can't I score this? 3 3/8. Oops. And 3. Am I not doing it right? I swear I thought I was doing it right. It worked with paper. I got it right with the paper. Look, I'll prove it. If you weren't here. I think I'll prove it. Alright, I'm back. Well, I was going to prove it, but I don't know where it went. Oh, right here. Look. I did it on vellum. And I did it just fine. So I know I'm making the right moves here. I think. Let's see. Alright, one more time. If not, I'm moving on to something else. That's all there is to it. Maybe. No, I don't like to give up. Where's my 3/8? Right there. 1 3/8. That's what it called for. Shell bell! Somebody said Shelly was in the house. What's up, my Shell? I did do it on paper. Who gave you a kiss? Jerry? I'll give you mwah. I'll give you a brother sister kiss. I don't know if you're talking about me, but you know. My Shelly's in the house. All my friends are here. What's up? What's up? Y'all here to see all my mistakes. Alright. 1 3/8. That's what I want on this little one, right? I got a 3 3/8 with a 1 5/8 score line. Okay, 1. Oh, that's 5/8. 5/8 score line. See, it's already messing up. 5/8. Okay. And I'm going with line A. A. What's up, A? Okay. Score line number 1. And you line that up. Correct, right, wrong, yes, no. I believe I'm correct here. Yes. It is wood. It's balsa wood. That's what I've been doing, and I still can't get it right, Kateri. Put it on that and use it kind of like a template for your... You know what? I probably should do that, Julia. But I'm going to try one more time here. This way. So that's lined up. Now I'm going with A again. Line A. This is like envelope making 101. I'm so behind on the times. Is that right? See, why does that look wrong already? I guess because it's not scoring all the way. But I'm not going to look at that. I am not looking at that right now. It'll come to fruition. Putting that score line there. And there's A again. A. It's not going all the way because I don't know why. But I'll get it fixed maybe. I'm just rolling with it. I think I'm doing this right. Okay. Now I think what we do is go back and get these. I'm just going to do it with my ruler. I'm going to get the rest of it with my ruler and score it out that way. Am I right about this? I don't know. But this is the way I'm going to do it anyway. I hope this looks right to y'all. That or I'm going to have the most failed lives in the history of YouTube. fail a lot at my YouTube lives when I'm experimenting. But that's okay. I like being able to see if we can do things. Alright. I don't know if that's right or wrong. It looks right to me. Yes, 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 you didn't punch it. I know. I wasn't worried about the punch. I was worried about the score. One thing at a time. Hi, Deanna. One thing at a time. Steph can't help herself. Alright, I will punch. I'm wondering if I can now. I'm supposed to score and punch though, aren't I? Okay. Now, do I score and punch? I needed to start with that line. Alright, I'm going to try this. We'll see. I'm probably going to mess this all up, aren't I? Let's see where the line was for the 1 5/8. Aha. Okay. Drum roll, please. Oh my goodness, it's not gonna punch. Oh. Punch! Yeah, that worked out real good. So now I'm going to turn that, put that back right there. And I guess it's like another score for me. I'm just going to let it score it. Hey, I punched it. I guess I grew some muscles from the last punch, huh? Okay. We got this. Score line. And punch. Ooh. It's working! We have success. I love it when we have success. Coming top America. Yay! I just had to put a little muscle into it. Give me that. Some muscle. One more. Let's see if I can get this one. And, ooh, there must be a knot in this one. There's a knot in this one. That's why it's not punching. There's a knot in that sucker. You know what? It's not going to rule me. We's got this, or it'll be whistling out its front. I'm just saying. That's what we have. These four. All right. Didn't I say where there's a will, there's a way? Yeah. So far, so good. Balsa wood. Haha, so far so good. We got balsa wood. Y'all probably wouldn't want to go through all this mess, though. I don't know. But that's the challenge, isn't it? It's an out-of-the-box thinking, because that's what I do. Always thinking outside of the box. All right. Well, it'll work. All right. You. Hey, Angie, how are you? Thanks for popping in. We're working with balsa wood. Yeah, I got muscles. Now sharpen it. Right? That's right, Eddie Murphy. That's exactly. You knew what I'd be saying. Yep. So far, I do have my little envelope. And the balsa wood so far is a success. Now, I'm going to put a little water, a little agua in my little bowl. And going to dampen this on the score line. And I'm not a very delicate person, but I'm going to take my time to try to bend on these things. Let's get a little more water in that. I'm going to soak them up. Have y'all ever tried anything like this before? You know, I'm always thinking outside of the box, and I'm always trying to challenge myself with new ideas. The problem is I don't ever get time. I got a million of them. I do, and I write them down, and then I keep jumping from one thing to the next, and I don't finish the last, and I'm just a mess. I'm just a mess. I'm scared to bend this, but I know it's supposed to bend with some water. I just want to make sure it's good and soaked up. I don't care that it's damp. That's what heat tools and dryers are for. And I really want to get a good score on that. So I'm just going to score them a little extra. That's going to be off a little bit. But that's okay. The idea here is to actually make a little wooden envelope. The problem is I don't know if I'll be able to pull on those grains. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to put y'all on mute just a moment. Oh, so I did. How did I mute it? Hi, guys. Sorry. I didn't think I muted it. David called in, and I didn't think that I was able to mute it. So I thought y'all were just listening in like little stalkers. I thought y'all were just little stalkers. But apparently, it muted. So thanks for letting me know that I was muted. See, it'll bend that way. Oh no. I think it's gonna break. It's already hardening it up. You know what? No, we're not hardening this up. We're gonna make it all wet. Nice and flexible. Well, I am now, Julia. I know, Kateri. I hope I can make myself. Oh, so some of y'all can hear me? It's weird. Oh, okay. We're going to bend this. Let's bend it. Let's bend it. OMG. 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 Ta-da! It's got a little cracking going on from against the grain. But you know what? We might could hide that with some decoupage. We might can hide that with some decoupage. Okay, so I soaked it up. Oh my goodness! It's working! It's alive! It's alive! Oh, yes. Okay, that's crooked. Let's get a good score on that. Score! So we had to really wet the balsa wood. Score or. Woohoo! It sound is good. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in. It's been a while since I've talked to any of you guys. Well, there's a few of you I have, but it's good to be here. It's good to be here. Look. We have success. Woohoo! It's a little shoddy. It's a little rough. I think, though, once it dries is going to be the issue, because it'll stay this way until it dries, and then I guess moving it back and forth is going to become the issue. Maybe I need to go that way with it. Ooh, let's try that. It seemed to bend better this way. Okay, so it looks like there's a front and a back. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, wow, dude. Look. I think it works better. It's got like a front and a back. What just happened? Let's see here. Let me catch up a little bit on chat. Let's see. Oh, I've missed you too. Let's see. You better come back, Shellbell. My life's been super crazy. I'll tell you what. It is too, Jerry. It's happening. It's happening. Woohoo! Look, and look. Where, the grain, where I was bending it this way, or whichever way I was bending it, it was, this way. There's a front and a back because it bent better this way. So there's a front and a back kind of, sort of, seems to work. That's okay. All right. I'm super thrilled. Now, it's supposed to, when it dries, it's supposed to keep its shape. So I think what I'll do is maybe get a, it's a little rough. There's no question about it. It's a little rough. But I think I'll get a clamper thingy. A bull, what you call it, binder, a little binder clip. And of course I probably don't have one on, because I'm so ill prepared for anything, as always. Let me see. I got some, I just have to go upstairs and get it. Oh, you're leaving, Jerry? Oh, love you, I miss you. Keep feeling better and get that spider lip down. Okay, so it is kind of breaking a little bit. It's still there though. I mean, it's gonna kind of work. Okay. I think the main thing is just to keep its shape. So, for a minute, I think, I don't know. I can't. I went and cleaned up everything, and now I don't know where anything is. And then I've got things in homes that weren't its home, and now it's its home, and it's all scattered about. You just wouldn't believe what like mess I'm in right now. You just wouldn't believe it. I don't even believe it. So I'm gonna try and see if I can find a binder clip. If not, oh, you know what? Maybe this will work. Hold up, wait a minute. I might have something to put in it that should still work. Here we go. I'll use one of these giant suckers right here. It's a little wonky, so, you know, it might take a minute to get it right. But I'm going to use this little, well, this big paper clip to hold it in place. Alright, so everybody's staying safe inside. That's cool. Just hold it till it's dry. No, Kateri. I can't do that. Are you going to bed? You all stay safe. Off to... Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, it is late. No, I don't have any books, heavy books laying around, Janie. I sure don't. Night, Shelly. I love you. Thank you for stopping in. Wish you didn't have to go, but I know. Oh, did y'all see that? Look, I done had my nail. Ah! Okay, so these $5 nails ain't working out for me. I don't, you know, that's the thing. We're all stuck in COVID-19, all in the house. I haven't been getting my nails done forever, but I do get these little $5 nails, but because I'm getting my hands wet, they're not sticking to me. So, oh well, we have a nail catastrophe. This is reality. This is reality. I am not worried about it. Y'all just gonna have to deal with my non, you know, prissy fingers. I love it. This is the channel where nails and everything flies. It doesn't matter what it goes. It's all go here. All right, so I am gonna let that dry for a few, but I'm not gonna sit there and wait. Look at that though. I'm gonna have to trim that up. So it's kind of successful, but kind of not, because this stuff is tearing up a little bit, even though I went the other way. So I'm thinking this is probably not gonna last, but it was cool to play with and find out anyway. But I had ideas, I had plans. I know. I know, I'm so cray-cray. Nail catastrophe, that's right. I have one more physical therapy in the morning. I'm going to see if she'll do a video go. Oh, okay. Well, think that'll work? Think you can get it done like that, Julie? I sure hope so. Super glue those babies on. Well, you know what? I need to, but you know, it is what it is. Y'all just don't look. Okay, so I'm stuck now. I'm stuck now because I really wanted this to work. And although I got it bent, I don't like this. So how does one fix? Well, I mean, do you call it tattered balsa wood envelopes? Is this a tattered look? Is that what this is? We're going for tattered. It works though, right? It's tattered. It is tattered. And now I'm dropping everything. You know what it was? It's because I put lotion on after I did them. So water, lotion, yeah, no stick. So I am going to let that dry, but I'm going to put my little baby fan on it while we're waiting for a minute. Maybe. Put that up here. And then I am going to dig out a, because I have plans, I really do. I'm going to dig out a napkin. A napkin. If I don't spill everything first. Before everything got closed down and shut down, I had circled a few stores throughout the last few months, and I've not done any haul videos or nothing like that, but I did purchase a slew of napkins over a bit of time. So I got some from Tuesday. I think most of these are from Tuesday morning, but this one here, clip them off, is the little cherry blossom. And let's see here, I've got rose garden, just pretty. Let it dry and then sand off. That's a good idea. And look, it's going to draw crooked though. I need to get this right, because I can see it bowing all crooked. That's okay. We'll just see what it does. What did I say? This one here is wisteria. This one's called wisteria. And I'm going to actually decoupage this little envelope. And this one here is called Arcadian. Just pretty. It's like succulents there. Those are succulents. And look at the wood grain. I love those. Don't y'all love those? They're so cool. And then we got Into the Woods, which is a little bird on one side, and butterflies and stuff on the other. And then a bee napkin. Those are so cool. I don't remember where I got this one, but it was not. I know where I got this one at a truck stop, believe it or not. I got this one at a truck stop. You love the purple one? Yeah, these are the succulents. Oh, this one, the wisteria. Yeah, that one's pretty. And I got a whole bunch of them. I got this one here, which is Morning Blossom. And then I got this one. I can't even pronounce that, and I'm not going to try to. Campgana. It's got lemons and a little Italian setting back there. And then it's got the little house in the vineyard up there. The honeycomb's cool. Let's see, and I think I got, that might be it. That might have been it. But I also have some from, I got some from Maddie, but she forgot to send them, so I'm waiting on those till she does her. I just told her to wait till her next sale. And then I also got some from Pamela Oxendine, and I think I'll get The bees were cool. The purple one, which was the wisteria, was cool. I guess one of those two. Guess we can do those two. Well, I know y'all all love flowers, so let's go with that one. We'll go with that one. I'm going to try. This is almost dry. It's almost dry enough. So I will open this one up. And pull one from the bag. Because I'm not just going to decoupage this thing. I'm going to use the two-step crackle if I can. If not, I might just take out a piece of balsa wood and just do it anyway on that balsa wood, all on its own little plank, because it would be a cool hanging plank anyway. So has everybody been doing okay? I'll tell you what, I've been working. I haven't been home in almost 4 weeks. It's been a little over 3 weeks that I've been out. I was supposed to be home on the 27th, and they just kept me running. And then I have a doctor's appointment on the 9th, so I decided to just stay running. Otherwise, it'd mess up my appointment. I think there's another layer on here. Hold on a second. And I know you guys are all stuck in the house. And it's been kind of crazy out here because I'll tell you, it's kind of a twofold thing. It's been kind of nice without all the traffic, especially going through the big cities. It really has made my job a lot simpler. But at the same time, it's kind of a lonely feeling out here on the road. I do drive by myself, so, you know, when David's at work, you know, I'm just pretty much out here unless I'm talking to my mom or my brother or somebody like that. And but you get used to being alone for the most part, but the roads, man, are so bare. I've seen some funny kiosks from the States, and I've seen some that are just typical. The one in Alabama, I didn't get a chance to get a picture of it, but it was kind of funny. It was like, save your toilet paper. I was laughing. I'm like, really? They're going to bring up the toilet paper? You know how they have the big kiosk on the road and, you know, the signage that tells you, you know, what to do, what not to do, or stay safe. They have been saying thank you to the truckers, so that was pretty cool. And today I was at a pilot, or I'm at the pilot now, out here in Oklahoma because I'm on my way home. And they basically, somebody wrote in chalk on the front, on the door of the front patio doorway, thanking the truckers for, you know, keeping the goods rolling. So you're welcome, you're welcome. And you know, we all need it, and we've got frontline people out there in the medical field and in the stores and the warehouses and everything like that. And we are in all this together. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to go on a sermon here, but I am going to say that fear is not an option in my world. My Lord tells me to, you know, fear is the spirit of the devil and not of him. So I'm not afraid. I'm really not. I'm cautious like everybody else, but I'm totally not afraid. So that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I believe Janie and Chewy are getting on the road this week themselves. I think they're in Iowa now. Isn't that right, sis, if you're still here? All right. That's still wet. But I was kind of hoping it'd stay to itself. I'm not giving up, though. I'm still going to decoupage this sucker. And I'm thinking, I probably need wood glue on this thing to hold it down. But you know, I really didn't think this out too well. Didn't really think this out too well. Because I never do. It's what I do. You're welcome. Seriously. Yeah. Yes, Angie. I've got an uncle who's a pharmacist as well. And plenty of my niece is a nurse and going to school to be a nurse rather. And then I've got cousins that are nurses and all that kind of stuff. And they're definitely on the front lines first, for sure. When I use triple thick on paper, the paper stays bendable. I wonder if that would do the same on the balsa wood work. I don't know. I don't know the crafter that recently passed. I guess it was yesterday morning, this morning, I'm not sure, but my condolences to her family and friends, and I'm sure she was a great crafter, so my heart and prayers go out to them and their family. And if you guys know the name, you can post it, because I don't remember who they said she was, because I didn't know her. Joanne or Jolene. I don't know her name. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? I've seen it and I've posted my condolences, but since I'm on, I just want to go ahead and bring that up, since I know about it. We all have our trials and our days, that's for sure. Okay. All right, well, you know what? I am not going to sit there and hold this thing all day long. I wonder what I could use temporarily, though. And I want to cut that off. Let me move that. I'm cutting that tip off. That was just bugging me. There we go. That's so gonna bug me. Is it a tattered balsa wood? I think since this is folding kind of regularly now, I might be okay to just, you can do it that way too. You might just move forward, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing a little tiny decoupage on this, because I just think it'd be cute. But before I do that, I have already put myself in a corner. No one puts baby in a corner, except when baby's putting herself in the corner, as always. I want to get out one of my Dollar Tree furniture markers. Which one is this? This one's the maple. And I think I'm going to stain this first, because I just think that would be cool. It's a little wet, but I want to stain it anyway. The rough look. It's not taking too much of that water. But that's okay. I could have left it plain, but I didn't want to. It makes a mess. For the most part, maybe you do like a little blending. It's kind of cool. Hey, Kathy, thanks for joining. Oh, what was her name? Oh, Jolene. Okay, Jolene. Okay, let me back up here. Your new daughter-in-law is a nurse? Yeah, they're all on the front lines. My brother-in-law just retired from pharmacy, but still fills in when needed. Bless his heart. Joene was her name. Joene. Okay, Jolene. Okay. Yeah, I'm not here very often, Kathy. I'm not. It's very rare these days for me to go live. But I'm stuck out here in the OK. Not Oklahoma City, but in the rural areas. Golly, this is terrible. I'm not liking that. But I got a package. Let's see if that makes a difference or if it's just the water that's making this bad. These are from the Dollar Tree, by the way. And on normal wood, they really stain up nicely. I just don't know if this one's dried up or if it's the water. Oh, I guess it was kind of dried up. Because that's doing much better. Still a little bit off from the water, I think, but it looks much better, I think. And this is just for the background. It's going to be decoupage for the most part anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. These are the kind of things I like to experiment with, just different materials and different stuff. I don't know if they're going to work or how they're going to turn out. And any project you work on, it doesn't matter what it is. It always looks terrible in the front lines, in the beginning. But you usually got to wait till the end to get the ta-da or the boom-psh, you know. It was just a joke. I was just kidding. Just kidding. I wasn't for true. I was just kidding. I was playcrafting. Acting like I knew what I was doing. But 9 times out of 10, I really don't. I'm just playing. I play. I just play. I just like to see what's going to work, what's not. I thought I'd come on and I've had this balsa wood forever. And I really did want to check it out. So, there it is. As the wood is drying, it's covering better. Of course, it could be the new marker. So, I don't know how long we're going to have any kind of stores open or what, but I did get these from the Dollar Tree, so go back over that one. That one just looks sad. Just sad. My bad. Alright. Just because I wanted it more woody looking. I like the woody look. And let's see. Did she pass away? She and I used to swap. Yes, she did, Kateri. That's what I've heard. Me too. You can't get motivated to do it. Was supposed to do a live tonight. Aw. What was Jolene's channel? I don't know what her channel was. My nails look good, girl. I done had nails flying off. What are you talking about? These are my $5 nails. You weren't here for the show. They was like fling fling. Fling, fling, fling. They weren't here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so yeah, they done flew off. This is COVID-19 nail. That's what this is. COVID-19 nail, because you can't go get your nails did. But I've gotten used to my little $5 nails from Wally World, and but I put my hand in water and lotion, so they just went fling fling. So. And those were the replacements. This one's been on for a week, though. 2 weeks. But these were... This... Alright. So now that I've got that one did... Oh, let's see. I need to break out some Mod Podge. And you know what? Before I do, we're going to get a little crafty with it, because that's what I do. Alright, I got some Mod Podge right here, some matte Mod Podge. I'm sorry, you guys, I did not know her, but I thought it would be nice to at least bring her up and, you know, give my condolences. Okay, so I've got some matte Mod Podge here. Ooh, it's new. Some new matte Mod Podge. Put that to the side, put that to the side. Move that little fan for now. Okay. My work surface going here, and I'm going to do a little bit of painting over some of this wood because it just sounds fun. And I don't want that brush. Let's see. I want a cheap brush, but I didn't want it that cheap. Here we go. This will work. Well, it's kind of cheap too. I have a bunch of cheap brushes. Well, where's my other cheaps? Well, this will work. I'm just going to go with this. It's okay. It's a very cheap Dollar Tree brush. But I want to do a little bit of painting on some of this. I don't know if I'm going to like this brush. And I'm just doing a little dry brush to it. A little bit. It's a little too dry. And I'm just not afraid to throw my fingers in it. Okay, covering a little essence. Still wet. Ah, it's gonna ruin it. Don't ruin it. I tend to concentrate. I get quiet when I concentrate, because if I don't, then it really fouls up. So please feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I should put some background music on. The intention wasn't to do a small envelope, but it's kind of cute anyway. And we know we like to have small things amongst us, don't we, Mountain Girl? We like tiny things. Just had to get a feel. That was a little too much. Maybe I can hide that one, so I'm not too worried about it. Too much. So I'm just gonna throw a little color on this. Just give it a little dreamy, foggy look. So quiet. Yeah, I need to Mod Podge my nails back on. Okay, Julia. I know, wood glue, Mod Podge, some triple thick, all that good stuff. Okay. Good enough. I just wanted the essence of it. Alright. That will work. And that, by the way, was the Waverly chalk, and it was the cashew color. Let's see here. I'll get that out too. Alright. Let's do some decoupage. This is obviously going to be somewhat of a quick video because so the I want and where. Let's see. Need to make sure which way I'm going here too, so I don't be forgetting. I will fix that. I think I kind of like a little bit of that. Hey, Maddie. How are you? Thanks for being here. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Let's see. I think I want this little butterfly here for sure. This is not the brush to use, so I gotta be careful. I am working with balsa wood for the first time, and we managed to do an envelope cut on it. We wet it, we bent it, we stained it, we painted it. So far, it's somewhat working out, somewhat. The test of this thing is definitely still to be seen, and that's gluing it together or managing to put it together and then keeping it together. And I think I might want some of this. So I have missed everybody, and there we go. Kind of like it. I want to get rid of that. There. I'm kind of liking that. I need some purple at the top. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll put some up there. Let's see. Kateri wants purple at the top. We'll see. About doing a little corner of it, maybe. Maybe I'll do something like that. I'm gonna start with that. Let's just start with. I don't like that brush. Oh, let me get a better brush. Where are my brushes? Here, this one's better. This one at least has movable brushes here. And then let's go ahead and Mod Podge this to it. Oh, easy, Steph, easy. Ooh, you know what? It might soak that right into that wood. I didn't gesso this. I stained it, but I didn't gesso it. So I'm going to put it kind of thick to make sure it can soak up. And y'all, I'm just going to confess, I have been on a Michael Jackson kick for the last 2 months. I don't, you know, I miss the guy. I do. I was a fan. I was such a fan, and I've been watching all the documentaries and all of the videos and all of the songs, and I have just had a greater appreciation for him now more than ever. And that man was just sad. He was sad. That's what I've been learning. He was so sad, and that's sad. His story is sad. It made me sad. But I just thought I'd throw that out there, because he's a perfectionist. And like most of us, you know, we had somebody we followed. But my idols have changed from things of this world to, of course, Jesus Christ for sure. So I no longer carry idols, but I can still appreciate a fine artist. We don't have talents to not be appreciated. That's for sure. Oops. Okay, easy up, easy up. Hi, Tammy. Thank you for sharing the link, Kateri. Yes, it was a great loss. Really, Maddie? I mean, it's just been like, I think, you know, I'll be honest with y'all, I was a bad fan because I kind of, you know, I was so young when he was doing the Thriller, and man, I could dance. I did the whole Thriller dance. It was so awesome. But I was a bad fan because, you know, after all his makeovers, it was creeping me out a bit. And he changed so much, I didn't know how to handle it, you know, and I didn't understand it. And I kind of just stopped paying attention to him. I really did. I was a bad fan. And it just kind of creeped me out. I was too young to know anything. But it really did make my heart sad the day, I remember that day, we were celebrating one of my family members' birthdays at a Japanese steakhouse. And that broke my heart. It really did. But I didn't even go back and, I mean, you know, for a moment I went back and listened to some of his stuff. But I think what got me was I saw a impersonator, and this dude creeped me out because he looked just like Michael Jackson. His name is it's from, I think the dude's from Spain or something, and it was horrible. His dad was horrible. Oh my gosh. I mean, just it really I can't believe how ugly, you know, that man was to him, or to any of them for that matter, but especially him. And but yeah, his dad was no, you know, saint by any stretch of the imagination. A minute. But yeah, just, I hadn't listened, I think the last music I was listening to from him was Man in the Mirror and Dirty Diana and, you know, some of those songs. But I didn't continue and follow him. I mean, I just was into different music. I was in different phases of my life. And, man, I didn't even know he made such beautiful music afterwards, like the Earth song. Wow! I mean, it's like I was finding him all over again for the first time. Yes, it was such a loss. It really was. And let's see, he was a genius, but so lost. Oh my gosh, Maddie, he was lost. Yeah, and that's when people needed him the most, or when he needed people the most. He lost most of his world when he started going down that rabbit hole in changes in the accusations. Yeah. Welcome back, Julia. Hi, Madison, by the way. Yes, hi, Madison. And yes, he did. And, you know, they said, I watched the just in my heart lately. I'm like, man, there's not one person, not one. Where were the Christians? One person that could have said, I can help you? Because when you look back at any of his videos and you look in his eyes, that man was so sad. And you could tell. And, you know, it was just, he was tormented. He needed help. He needed out of that industry, and he wanted out of the industry for that matter. And that was the whole thing about the last concert. He was going to do the world tour. They wanted him to do more than he knew he could do, and he didn't want to do it. And he was tormented. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't trying to bring the house down. Oh my gosh. But I'm going to say that he made that song, the Earth Song, and it was so beautiful. So beautiful. You was worried with the marker? I was too. Oh, she went to bed? Oh, okay, okay. Janie tried to tell me I was still muted at one point. I need to plug in my other phone. It changes as you put layers on, you know, as you layer a project. That's why I try not to get discouraged when I first start, because that's part of the process. I'm really not going to paint too much. This is an ivory color, by the way. Now I need to take that fan off since I'm doing this. This is an ivory chalk paint, and I just want to do a little bit around where the napkin is. A bit. I always get my fingers all up in it. Y'all get your fingers all up in it? I do. I might need to double layer that purple right here, because it stains awfully dark in the back for it. I want to leave some of the stain through it, just for, like I said, texture purposes and layer purposes. My stuff's all kind of dried out. When I drive in the truck, you know, all my stuff's up top. So on the hot days, it's like an oven up there. It gets really hot on the top bunk. With all the stuff that I have, it kind of covers the vents. So, you know, it's like my stuff starts drying out faster than it normally would if it was in a technical controlled climate. But it can't be helped. Not if I'm going to do off-the-wall crafting in different times and different ways. I just never know what it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Just saying. Yvonne says, well, let me back up a little bit more. Kateri was agreeing with you, Kathy. Yvonne says, I was a huge fan back in the day, and I had huge memorabilia, but sold it all when I moved out of state. Aw, I still like listening to his music. I do too. He was old and tired. He performed since he was a baby. Exactly, Maddie. I mean, the man was 50 years old. And they wanted him to put on like 10 plus shows a week or somewhere. Something like that. It was a lot. It was ridiculous. Kateri. Get her, Kateri. Oh my gosh. you're sided up for me. Not horribly, but I missed some of what you're saying. Uh-oh. Sorry. It's probably my signal. He was exhausted and in pain. Yeah, probably so. Thank you, Kateri. Appreciate that. Yeah, no doubt. No telling what that memorabilia would be now. I think I've got a picture of me when I was a kid. And I was wearing my Michael Jackson Max. What was it? The Max. On MTV when MT came out. And it was like MTV. Max Headroom. What is that his name? Max Headroom? What was am I saying that right? Max Headroom. I had a Michael Jackson shirt with a Max Headroom motif, and it was pretty cool. I think I still got that picture, but I don't have any of that stuff. All right. I think it still works. I wished I'd have put a little more paint on the back behind that. But it is what it is. And the reason I want it, there is a reason I want it, is because the next thing I'm going to finish. I said, not just finish. Okay, what did I do with my paint? Oh, there it is. Maddie says, my brother had a glove, jacket and glove. Oh my gosh. I made my own glove. I could moonwalk like nobody's business. I'm just saying. Yeah, Max. What was his name? MTV guys. The 80s. Max. Yvonne says, I thought about that, Maddie, but I enjoyed when I had it. He was still alive. Good memories. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm going to paint just a little bit more right here and around some of this. I need more paint. There's a reason for that. I don't want it so dark. So, did I bore everybody out? I usually do these days. I'm kind of lost for words these days. I mean, me, lost for words. Steph? Yes, me. I don't know. Maybe it's just all the stresses in life. And the only reason I went live is I didn't feel like I was going to do a video, but I didn't feel like editing it. I don't have time right now. Tough videos. They've been, and I've been to keep running. It's definitely the priority, and I haven't been slacking, so it makes it a little tough to do what you want when you're doing what you got to do, you know? Can y'all see that okay? Do I need to zoom in at all? Memories are so much more precious, for sure. No, this is looking cool. I want to see what happens. Suspense getting the popcorn. Yeah, it's always a suspense when I'm doing something because I never know if it's going to be a success or a fail. For true. And I like the way that's looking, actually. I really do. I'm digging that a bit. Now, I'm going to put this on kind of thick, but I think before I do that, I better put this in its shape, because once this bends, it's over, because I think this hardens and I don't want it to crack all over the place. It's a wonky envelope. It really is, but we're going to do it anyway. Because if I could do this on a bigger one, I didn't have bigger balsa wood. So this makes for a tiny envelope. But that's okay. I'm not going to crackle the whole thing. I just want to crackle the main thing. So I don't need crackle really like on these parts here. Oh, okay. I need to figure out a way. I don't think regular glue is going to do this. I don't. So I actually have an idea that I'm leaning towards in my mind instead of glue. It might be a little out there, but this is what I do. I'm always a little out there. But I'm going to try to think it through before I actually do it. So I think what I'm going to do is crackle at least this right here for now. This is step 1, by the way, and this is Deco Art, and I believe Maddie got her some of this. Have you used yours yet, Maddie? I really haven't used mine either, if you haven't, other than a little play. But the thing about this 2-step crackle is you can decoupage first, and you don't have to worry about doing the acrylic paint base or worry about the top layer base as in acrylic. This right here goes over your napkin and it's see-through. And the thicker you put it on, the thicker the cracks will be. And that's why I'm layering it a bit heavy, because I want the crack to be significant. Yeah, just the bottom part of that. And I'm going to do just part of that there. And part of that there. And the rest I'm putting on fairly thick. And like most crackle mediums, they suggest that you let them natural dry. And since I don't have my heat tool out at this moment because I wasn't prepared, Stephanie not prepared, I'm going to put my little fan to it. So, let's see. Oh yeah, it's balsa wood, Tammy. I got it from Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards, I can't remember which, but it's a package of balsa wood, and it comes in very paper to the touch. It's kind of got a little felty feeling to it, and this is what it is. This is and I just cut it to size, and then I scored it through several attempts. It wasn't easy, I'll assure you, but since I only had this size, I couldn't do a bigger envelope. But I plan to get a bigger sheet. If this works out, I'm going to get a big sheet of it and do it in a regular size. Thank you, Julia. Kateri says, can't you put on thin layers and put mini on? I haven't played with it once, because when it cracks, when I put the part 2 on, that's what's going to crack the part 1. And then it's see-through, and it's on top of your napkins instead of, you know, we usually do the base all crackled up, and then we thin out the decoupage and the napkins over the cracks. Well, with the 2-step crackle, you have the crack going over the napkin, and then up, and it gives you that old world crackle look over the top of the work, like a vase or something. It's awesome. Yes, the cracks depend on how thick you lay it. What do you do, Tammy, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to tell me where you work, but what do you do since you're working from home? I'm put my little trusty fan here to start drying that up a little. And I'm going to put this to the side and let it dry, and I'm going to work on something else while that's drying. That way we don't sit there and have to watch it dry. So, there's always some kind of noise somewhere. Okay. So those are my crackles. Oh, you work for a court. Wow. Kathy, I'm sorry. It probably is mine. I am at the truck stop, so my signal's bouncing, I'm sure. And I have two phones, and one of them will overtake the other one, but I kind of have to have it to read the chat. That's wild, working for the court. I'm sure you're seeing all kinds of stuff in that line of business, no doubt. Get my alcohol and get that stain up real quick. Get my surface cleaned up a little bit. I hope I'm not boring you guys to death, really. Oh, I did miss a napkin, y'all. Here's another one. I found this one. This one's called Silver Trees. Have y'all seen that one? Oh, shoot, I missed a few of them. Okay, I missed a couple of them. I also have the Magnolia. And then I like this one. I have, this one's called Floral Exotica. What a name. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's glaring too much, but that one's cool with the black background like that. I like the got this blue one. This one's called Lunch Blooming. And this was the reason I wanted all these, is I wanted to work on a bunch of stuff doing these crackle mediums. That's why I wanted a bunch of these napkins. Paradise Launch, I guess. That's pretty too. So I did miss a few when I was showing them to y'all. Let's see. Kathy's back to babysitting since her grandson sits at the office door dying for Mama to open the door for them now that she is home working too. Aw. Best job ever. Right? Wow, you get a reception for that then? A great reception for that then. Yeah, I'm at the truck stop, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. And this is just my phone's 4G signal here. Tuesday morning, Kathy. I got them at Tuesday morning. Kateri says, also sad, I just got a motivation that they recovered Mauve Kennedy's body out of the river. She is, oh my gosh, she's John F. Kennedy's granddaughter. Her ninth son was with her. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. There's enough sadness in the world, man. I tell you what. I didn't know anything about that. That's horrible. Yeah, all of them are closed now too. I've been I've been keeping my eye out across the states to see if I can find any, and I have found Michael's and Hobby Lobby's opened, but the Tuesday mornings have been closed. However, I did stop in Missouri the other day, and they said they were open according to the information on the net. And so I actually drove over there, and I went in the back and parked where I park my truck when I go to the craft stores. And I went to walk in, and the door was shut. And I'm like, hey, this thing said it was open. So I called, and it said that they still had curbside pickup. So I went and called to see if maybe they could, like, grab me a few things. See if they could grab me a few things and meet me out there at the curb, because, you know, I just can't do curbside pickup like everybody else, you know. And they told me no, because Missouri, the state of Missouri, shut it completely down. All craft stores were shut down in Missouri. I don't know. I know Wisconsin was still open for the Michaels and Hobby Lobbies. I don't know. I think Ohio was still open, but I don't know now, because I haven't been. I don't know. But they told me that Tuesday morning it's closed for 2 weeks. In Indiana, you can only drive up. Well, at least you can drive up, because Missouri, you couldn't even drive up. And I said, well, now that's ridiculous, because, you know, right next door to it was Dickey's, and they were able to do curbside pickup at Dickey's. And I'm like, well, that's a sports store. Well, maybe that's why, because it's still, you know. On some postings, I've got more to post, but I haven't been doing them too much. But my nephew and I were talking on the last one. He and I were on the phone, and a peanut truck drove up, and I had to start recording it. It was just too funny. It was a Planter's peanut bus. But he and I were talking, and he works at GameStop part-time, and they were considering themselves these. If they're shutting down all craft stores, yeah, they probably did shut it down across the board now. In Avon, okay. Thank you, Julia. Yeah, I love them. So, I mean, Walmart's is going to be the last place where you can find your Mod Podges and online shopping, I guess. I mean, I just feel like there's more of an agenda here than just what's going on. I mean, I'm not denying the disease. The disease is real, but I think there's a whole nother agenda going on here. That's my personal opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I don't think anybody could convince me otherwise. I know too many different things. I research a lot of stuff, and politics out of this live. Yes, and you know what? That is true. And I was thinking to myself, you got so much anyway. You don't even have, I sleep with my stuff in my bed. My God, I said I wouldn't do that anymore, and here I am. Once again, Steph's Craft Bed. That's what I need to change my title to, Steph's Craft Bed. Because, it's true. I have more than I need. I really do. And I need to work on what I'm working on. And look at this. One little box of Bosselware. I can take out little sticks and make stuff and do stuff. Here's this little block. There's so much we can do. So, yeah. I got chipboard. I've got paper. I've got plenty of stuff. And if any of that was all gone, I could still just draw. I could still just draw. So we've got more than we need. We're spoiled. We know we are. And that's just what it is. What? Kathy says, here you can't get it at Walmart. They have stores taped off, so you can only buy essential items. Now, really? Just go to the internet and order what you need. Have UPS. Oh my gosh. Julia says, time for me to tip go. Hear your thoughts on that. If not here, then off the air, but I love to hear your theory. Well, that's good, because Julia, I will probably talk some of that on my other channel, and I need to do a live on it, which is the Let's Talk channel. And I do plan to do a little bit of theory talking, but it's just, you know, a place for conversation for things like that, and that's where I want to keep that at. So Let's Talk is going to be the channel. And I still need to give a Bible away, you guys, along with the gifts. I need to do that too. Oh, thank y'all. I appreciate that. Y'all. Kateri says, our pastor said Sunday on Facebook, will you go back to the way things were, or are you going to change and do what you've been doing now? And that's a good question. I mean, it's a super good question. Y'all remember these things that you want to talk about. And, oh, night, Julia. Thank you for popping in and being with us, hon. But, yeah, come to that channel. I was going to try to do it today, but I didn't get done early enough. I was going to go back-to-back live. I was going to do this one, and then I was going to pop over there and do that one. But I may have to save that for another time, because David's already going to be going like, I've been waiting for you. Let's see how this is drying. It's looking pretty good. It's almost there. And just, here's a quick peek, okay? I was going to read a book called 23 Minutes in Hell. And I thought, well, with everything that's going on, I decided this is the book I'm going to read next. It's the John Ramirez, Destroying Fear, because that's what's getting everybody right now, is this fear. So I have not read this yet. I do not know what it says. But I like this guy. He is a revived, he's an evangelist that came from 25 years of devil worship. So he knows the other side. So he is now an evangelist. He calls himself a sniper for Christ, which is amazing. So I'm going to read this book next instead. I feel it was more appropriate than the other one. So I'm looking forward to that. So I hope y'all join me on Let's Talk for that. But I do want to do a live first and give away that Bible. I've got a black Bible. Well, the cover. I'm describing a cover. Let me think. I might have it right here. I don't have the other one. I have options. I'm giving away I'm already giving away a planner book, but I also want to give away a Bible with that planner book. This is one of the Bibles. This is just a black basic Bible, in case you know someone that's of male origin and would like the black one. I have a pink, and so a pink wanted choice, and give away another one, which will probably be either the pink or purple, or whichever one that didn't get, there'll be another one. So right now I've got 3 Bibles that I plan to give away. So that will be a lot of fun. And if they get that Bible, then they're going to get one of these magnetic markers to go with it. And I've got, for the pink or purple Bible, I'm off subject here, I know. I'm so sorry. This isn't the channel for this, but I also have these little magnet page markers that's going to go with either the pink or purple Bible. So I do need to give my Bible away. I haven't forgotten. I'm still on task. It's just everything's so crazy right now. So I do plan to do that. Let's see. Hey! Hey! With the last book that we read, which was Face to Face with Jesus, the next one's going to be that Destroying Fear. And then, yes, I can't wait to hear it either. And yes, he's got a new book coming too. He sure does. There's another one behind this one. It's called, and I'm going to try to find it too. And I think this is his 4th book right here. This one is, which one's the next one? He's got another one. Hang on. This one ain't Armed and Dangerous will be another one that he has. So, but he has, I think, 4 in total. But I want the first one, but I don't know which one's that one is. Probably the third one. Hey, Nancy, thanks for popping in too. Thank y'all. You're welcome. Yes, they are King James versions. They're King James. I always stick to just King James. I don't do the NIVs or anything other than that. It's the safest one. I feel it's the safest one. If you can't understand the these and the thous, well, that's where it comes into studying. That's where the study comes in. But I have not bought any of the new King James version. It's just the King James. And like I said, I've got a pink one and a purple one as well. And you'll get a bookmark with this one and a bookmark with the pink one or the purple one. So I am looking forward to still doing the giveaway. I have not forgotten it. So make sure to go to Let's Talk. In fact, let me see if I can get that in the chat. Let me pull that up real quick, okay? I'm happy to see you too, Nancy. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Let's see if I can go to my other channel and come back with a link. Let's see here. Okay. I'm working on it. Let's go with chapter 1 for the link. I just want the link for the first chapter, and I'm going to darn it, I was trying to copy it. I guess I'm going to have to do an edit. Bear with me, guys. Please talk amongst yourselves. I am trying to get this link in the chat real quick. Edit. Copy. Almost there. Alright, if you go to that link, that takes you to the channel, and that's the first chapter of the first book that we've read. And part of the giveaway depends on reading that book or listening to the book being read with my terrible narration. I know it's bad, but hey, because there's a question, there's a video for a question about it. So listen to that book, go to the video that's in there for the giveaway video, Okay, you have to be at Walmart at 7 a.m.? Okay. Maddie. Good night, Kateri. Be safe, sweetie. She says, okay, getting warm here in Florida now. That's funny. Michigan was sunny today. Oh, that's good. I just went through Iowa yesterday, and it was fabulous. It was beautiful yesterday in Iowa. Okay, I think this is just about dry. And I stuck my finger in it. All right, the thing about this two-step crackle is it's got to be totally dry. So I'm going to set that there and let that fan blow on it. And I've yacked and yacked, and I haven't done anything else but yak. But, you know, I haven't yacked with you guys for a while, so it's kind of cool. Well, darn, I'm subbed to it and have never once seen a notification or a video in the suggested videos. Kathy said that. Yeah, if you click the bell and then click the gray bell above it, it gives you all the notifications. I don't know, some work and some don't. But the question is, what was your favorite chapter? If I remember correctly, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but what was your favorite chapter and why? Or what did you get out of the chapter? And that's the basis of the winner's question is what y'all put. And out of those people that answer, I will do a drawing on. That way it's fair. It's not going to be a biased opinion. For those of you that are here right now, did y'all by chance see my little farm book that I made my mom? I made a journal, guys. But there's a live on it. But I'll just show you the cover. I'm not going to go through it like I did the other day. But I'm rather proud of it. So I kind of want to show it to you, if y'all don't mind, while we're waiting for, you know, crackle to dry. Thank you, Maddie. Yeah, it's an awesome read. But look, this is what I made my mom. It's a farm style journal, and it says do what makes you happy. And I ended up having to do this to close it because it got so fat, which I didn't expect, because I actually had built a closure. This book once closed together, and these two tabs allowed a pen to come in from the top and then through the bottom and close it up. But since it's so fat, it won't work. But it's, you know, it's a little farm style. It's got the little honeybees and the jar and the copper and the enamel. I think it's so cute. And then the binding on it. You love that journal? I didn't film any of it, but and thank you. I'm glad you like it. But this was the idea. I left my crocodile at my mom's when she was making her little baby envelopes for the baby shower. So I was forced to use an awl to poke holes in the binding. And what I did, because I didn't have my eyelets, I used those tabs. I'm looking at my bad finger. Let me use the pretty fake finger here. The tabs, the paper, not tabs. Gosh, why does my brain not work when I'm trying to talk? Maddie, you made a video about it. Making your own. You love everything farmhouse theme? Cool. Oh. Yes, thank you. Oh my God. I can't even talk. So instead of having holes there, because I didn't have my eyelets, I used brads in those, and they're so cool. Aren't they cute? The little buttons, and they're at the top too. And so I used this elastic that I got from Walmart, and I put these little charms at the ends of them. And this is all turned around. This is a little denim little tag here with another brad and a little baby clip. And it's got stamping, and the jar's preserved, and the little milk jug. And at the other end, I wrap these little vines, flowers. I improvised and put these little brads in there. And this is supposed to be a bow. But it's super, I love it. I thought it was pretty cool. And this is my technical sewed four signatures in here, and the first signature is and in I did a stamping right here on the front, and just grunged it up a little bit on some of the. I'm not going to show all of it, but because it took too long last time. But this was, I was cleaning my stencils with a wipey, and it muted the colors that I stamped with these colors right here, okay? And what was left on the stencil, I used with a wipey and muted it, and was able to still have journaling space with that light style of print on the thing. And Mom does lemon trees and all that, and I did some stamping on the vellum and put some stickers here too, and some more stamping. And like I said, the first one is botanicals, and then I've got this little fold out with lots of little little tabs that she can pull off and take notes and sticky notes, everything. So I thought that was pretty cool and cute. And some DIY coffee spray, and then another one. You could tell this was individually bought paper because it has the 59-cent studio. I did some these stones, and then I with one was denim and wood planks. So like I said, I got to do tucks and spots, but there's different wood planks and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but just various pages and stuff like that. Y'all know how journals go. But I bought a lot of individual paper too to get the style of paper I wanted in here. And Mom and Dad were both cotton pickers, so I got some cotton pickers in there, some cotton in there. And then I have a recipe section. This one is the recipe and garden section. This one I did a little extra too, and I do have recipe thing there, some chipboard, just different stuff. Mom's bake, little moo moo. And then if you flip that tab, you got a whole beef, telling you what type of beef, where the beef, the loins and the round and the flank and the plate and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, and just more stamping. There's some chickens. And I muddied it up so it looks like it should have been in the dirt. But anyways, and then the last one's a catch-all. The last one's a catch-all. They've got the little cardinals and birds and the little puppy prints. And I used some of matte paper that I so I'll probably put this in here. It's just kind of a catch-all section. I haven't really done much in this one, but it's got the kitty cats. It's got the music symbols because Mom loves music. She likes to play the piano. So there's just, I just went through it real quick. I just wanted to show y'all my very first journal. And it was a lot of fun. I did have fun making this. And the charms were fun to put together. the little denim tag and all that. So, all right, let me catch up. Yes, Brad's. Maddie says, I call it video brain. The moment I turn to the camera, I lose it all. I know, right? Eloquence, yeah. Thank you, Tammy. What a well thought out journal. Thank you, guys. I saw a commission journal. It's amazing. Made me wish I had more of my mom's. Aww. Yeah, it's my first one, Maddie. I've made journals before, but not like this. They were different. I made art journals, and what I did is I gutted a book and put in art paper, like watercolor paper and different stuff like that, and I stitch bound it, and then I put it back in the book, and then I altered the front with handmade clay, or not handmade clay, but I did clay art with polymer clay on the front of the book. It was a different kind of journal. It was an art journal, but never this kind of a journal. I bet it was, Kathy. Holy cow, this is your first. You're going to be amazing because this one is great. Aw, well, y'all are sweet. Don't be, I'm going to blow up my head. But it was a lot of fun. And I you know, it's my mom. Everything about it is my mom. And I love it. I do love it. And thank y'all. I appreciate that. I just kind of wanted to go through it real quick while that stuff was drying. Because I didn't want to get my heat tool out and make bubbles and mess it up. But I think we're ready to move on. Y'all ready to see this second part of this crackle? I am. Let's get rid of that. All right. This is stage 2. Stage 2. Let's see here. This is part 2. I hate that Kateri isn't here to see the rest of this. I know she wanted to. But she can come back and finish it and see the end result. I'll post. I'm only doing it partially. Well, this one I'll do all the way. Well, I didn't see Judy or Angie or Janie leave, so I guess they're gone. I didn't see them say goodbye. And it is getting late, isn't it? I don't even know what time it is. I appreciate y'all. Start drying. That's got a drip on it, but that's okay. All right. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Honey, come back and see the result. Oh, Judy, you're good. I lost who I haven't lost, but I'm glad you're still here. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. At least I'm not alone like last time. Last time it was me and Vicky and Julia. We were by ourselves. Yes, it's the crazy connection, and that's part of the problem I think last time too. Is I probably lost people to that connection. And I'm sorry about the buffering. Let's let that dry. I'll go ahead and try to brush off some of that drips. Flatten that out. I don't know if I should or shouldn't do that. But I'm looking forward to this fossil wood envelope with a 2-step crackle in decoupage media. And my plan is to put it in this, put my mom's journal in this canvas bag. I've got a black one and I've got I've got this black canvas bag, and then I've got the regular canvas colored bag. And I didn't know which to put on there, or in there. I still need to add these little stickers to her garden section too, but I've already got so much in that garden, I don't think I need to add anything else. So, I don't get to join very many people's lives, but sometimes when I'm driving, I'll listen to them if I catch them. So if y'all have live, I comment much. This should start cracking fairly large cracks because I did it fairly thick too. And then I got to consider what stain I want to put on here to really show up. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to use, okay, hold on, let me read this message here. What am I missing here? Good night, Maddie. I have to run too. I need to take a boatload of meds. Aww. Good night, Kathy. Thanks for being with me. I'm glad you caught me too. Thank you. I got to ask you about traveling on the interstate, Steph. I'm supposed to be moving to Iowa, but a bit scared to attempt it at the moment. Okay, yeah. You know, I had another friend of mine ask me if she private messaged me also. Kathy, sweet dreams, honey. Thank you for being here. She asked me about moving to Texas and if there was rentals, and I don't know that it's a good time to move either, especially with them cracking down on everything. And then if you're moving, I've heard, and I don't know if it's true, but I've heard there's certain states that are doing checkpoints. I haven't seen it personally. And so I don't know from what state to what state which governor's ordering what. But I would be careful if you can hold off. It might be best to hold off. I don't know what kind of trouble that gets you into, or if they'll let you through and then you'll be dealing with nowhere to go. That just seems kind of chancy. I don't know. But I don't want to tell you what to do. I mean, I wouldn't have a clue. I get letters. Listen, I drive a truck and I get letters from my leaders that the customers pick up from. And even the customers are giving me letters saying that I have the right to be on the road for their product. There's some product that I've carried that didn't require those papers and didn't get those papers either. So I don't know what level we're working with, you know, on that kind of stuff. So it's, you know, it's far be it from me to tell you what you think, what, you know, I think you should do. But I can tell you, I've heard that there are checkpoints from different governors, from different states, and I don't know what states those are. You might want to look that up. I personally have not seen it, but the company I work for doesn't go all 48 either, like I used to do. I haven't been doing 48 states in quite some time. So I hope that helps to answer your question or to help you with that dilemma. Oh. That's right. Yeah, the Louisiana line. That's right. That's right. I don't know, Judy. Like I said, I'm trying to stay out of the politics side of it, but I personally think that there's more of an agenda going on here, so. And you're welcome. I'm out of hours. I had 3 hours I could run today, and I ran every bit I could run. I've got ConAgra food product on my trailer, which I probably shouldn't say, but you know, because people are hijacking trucks and everything. But I'm usually pretty quiet about what I do and where I'm at. But I'm in a pretty safe position right here where I'm at, so I'm not too worried about it. I think this is gonna work, you guys. Okay, so who's still with me? We got Yvonne, we got Tex Judy. I think we still have Tammy. I'm not sure. Roll call. Roll call. But this was fun to try out, though. If you weren't here earlier, I took a piece of balsa wood and I put it in my envelope thingy, template maker. And since I didn't have a bigger size, I was forced to do a small one. But we put water on it and bent it up and scored it and bent it and scored it. Scored it and bent it. Oh, and I just heard it crack. Oh man, it's alright. I can still hide it. This is a tester anyway. And then I made this little envelope out of balsa wood. It's so cute. But I do have these little frayers that stick out. So I think what I'll do, Kateri suggested I sand them off. But I'll probably cut them off. So I think we have crackage now. Crackage. It's pretty dry. Okay, so let's put Yvonne's still here. Nancy's still here. You go, girl. It's a female urination device. Be standing up like the guys, right? Hey, just make sure you clean up after yourself. I'm seeing the truck stops cleaner than I've ever seen them before. I can tell you that. As a matter of fact, today they have a sign up as of today. Seeing the first the bathroom so that they can clean them. This right here, I'm going to put this tint on it. It's got, it's like a shimmer mist in my opinion, but it's a tinting product, a color wash. And it's got like a shimmer to it. But when you put it on a surface with cracks in it, because I've already tried this before. I'm going to zoom in. If I can zoom in anymore. Yeah. There we go. Easy peasy. There. It's got mica flakes in it. So it actually has, let me see if I can put this right here and show you. If you can see the glimmer in it. Probably not. Not in this light. Well, let me see if I can zoom in anymore. I'm trying to give y'all a look. It just looks like brown tint stain, but I'll assure you there's crystal-y like mica flake in there. And it shimmers it up like glitter. And I am going to put this stain on top. My only concern is I had that balsa wood soaking up everything. So we're about to find out. Do we or do we not have crackage. Oops, it's really close. So I guess I lost Angie and Janie. I didn't see them say goodbye. But I might have been yakking too much too. I do that a lot. So this is a stain. I'm going to let it soak in just a minute. And let's see if our crackle went well on this surface. And I put it on thick, so they should have thick cracks. And then you wipe the stain back off. I see the cracks, but they're tiny hairline cracks. And that's a shame because I put it on thick to have thick cracks. But nevertheless, it is cracked. I don't know if y'all can see that. They're tiny. They're tiny cracks. Can y'all see that? I put it on thick so it had thick crackles. Oh, that's just frustrating. This is the second time that it did that to me. It's cracked. But they're little bitty tiny cracks. Not what I was going for. And the mica in another piece I did showed the gold that's inside this tint. The copper rather, not gold, but the copper that's inside this tint. And I am not seeing it in the cracks like I should. The cracks should be taking that mica and eating it up. See if we can't get some of that mica inside of there. Well, it's definitely tinting it, and that's fine. But I'm thinking with the stain wood behind it might just be too hard to see. But it is there. Can y'all see that? You do see it, Nancy? The only problem is that stain made it so pink. I didn't want it to be so pink. Let me try to get a fresh... see if I can get some of this lapped up. I don't want it so pink. It's supposed to be a copper tint, but it's really awfully mauve to me. This tinting stuff. Trying to pick up some of that tint out of it, because now it's not a good thing. I don't like how dark it looks. It's too dark. I wonder if, just out of curiosity, if I can change that. see if I can change that a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. I'm gonna try. I've totally lost the napkin in this, and I don't like that. It looks like a muddy mess. Okay. That pink, that copper tint turned it to pink, mauvey, and muddied it. I don't like it. That's a bit, I lost my lid now. Oops, I dropped the lid. What a shame. Where's my wet naps? It does look coppery to you, Yvonne? I mean, it's a successful thing, but it's too muddied out. I've lost my butterfly and my stem. Okay. I think maybe what I should have done was painted that whiter color underneath after all. But that's kind of the live and you learn kind of thing, I think. It muddied it out just a little much for my liking. But I still like it. I mean, I like it, but it's too muddy. Start eating through that decoupage. Well, almost it almost worked. It almost worked. And burn it. Uh-oh. What happened? There we go. Partially this. I think I don't need to stain it next time. Originally, I don't think I need to do a wood stain under, and I think to keep it light with the chalk paint. Because that muddied it out. It does now look a little more coppery, but it was looking pretty mauve. Quit picking on it. I'm a perfectionist. When something don't work, it makes me mad. Yeah, but it kind of ruined. Okay, I'll shut up. But it's not my preference. Dead, burn it. We're gonna do this way. So the experiment of bending it did work. Unfortunately, it bent it wonky. So, do's and don'ts. I gotta call this a fail, you guys. I gotta call it a fail. I do. I don't. I think it can work. I just think it needs to be mastered. Is a good word. And Lord, who scored that? It's so crooked. Who did the scoring on that? If you know who scored that, let me know. Because I want to know who scored that all crooked. I want to know who did it. Who did it? Who did it? Well, I'm a little disappointed in the thickness of my cracks. The thickness of my cracks. I don't have thick enough cracks. Oh, I actually tried this crackle on a piece of actual wood, on a round wood, and like a coaster would, and it worked out beautifully with the decoupage. And of course, I don't know where it is at the very moment. Of course, I wouldn't know where that was. And it worked out beautifully. And the cracks were thick and big and separated, but I think the balsa wood is too porous without doing a what you call it on it, a gesso on it. But the problem with the gesso is I wanted to keep the wood grain in it. So that's why I stained it. I wanted to keep the wood grain in it. So I was trying to keep it natural, but finished as well. So it looks like I've got my work cut out for me, Lucy. Lucy. Who did it, Lucy? Yeah, who did it? That's the question. Bum, bum, bum. Who did it? It's still usable? Maybe for target practice, Judy. You know, I got some field in my property, and, you know, bust out my 9 and, you know, target practice this sucker, because I'm totally not happy with it. Nope. I'd call this a fail. Oh, of course. Every live I do lately has been fails. So, you know, David told me, well, honey, maybe you shouldn't go live anymore. In fact, maybe you should just continue drawing. Did I listen? No. I did not continue drawing. I had to play. I have to play. I have to find out. When something goes through my brain, I gotta get it out. And I really do think I can get this to work. I just know now there's got to be a different method to it. It somewhat worked. We'll just go with it somewhat worked. Maybe not a complete fail. It's still usable. You're so talented. I know you'll get it done just like you want. Eventually, yeah, eventually maybe, Judy. Nancy's laughing at me. So, I think that it's 9 o'clock, and I gotta get up in the morning and start driving again, so get this load delivered. I think I'm gonna take my sad live fail again, wah, 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 and call it a night. I mean, it kind of worked. I mean, I am thrilled that I got it to bend. I'd like it to be bigger. And I think now, if I do a wood stain, then that's fine. But I think I'm going to put, where I'm going to decoupage it, is where I'll paint. And leave the wood stain on the edges. More like a little cloudy, you know, thing. And then, maybe I'll turn this into something else instead of an envelope for now. But, I do still need to glue this or brad it together. Might need to be bradded together. What do you think? Shall we brad it? That's kind of cool, isn't it? And all. Let's do that. Let's do that. I don't know how to give up the ghost. Oh, thank you, Judy. It was fun to hang. I'm going to go ahead and pop this all in here. I don't want to go all the way through it. I want to go through some of it. And I think I don't need to go through that. I think this is going to be a cool idea. Now, if I can get all this worked out, I think that if I put this all through the top here, let me just all this out a little bit. I like this idea, actually. probably hole punch it, but I'm all in it. I've got a bigger awl right here, thicker one. You could take this, and though it's an envelope, why worry about gluing it when you can brad it together? Hold up, I got an idea brewing here in this little brain of mine. Let's see. It's available. All right, hang on a second. Let me see. Okay, I'm trying not to fall. Crap. Okay, there goes my handle. Let's not do that. Okay. I'm upstairs. I hope I don't fall on y'all. Almost there. All right, if the house comes falling down, just call 911. My goodness. I can never do anything easy. It's all for the cracks. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think it's in this one. Yeah. All right. Whatever brave souls are left. I got some, oh, that's a chain. What I need. That's a brad, that's a brad. Those are jewel brads. Do I have other brads? Those are buttons, brads right here. I need a small one. Nope, I need smaller ones. Well, just for demonstration purposes. Okay. That one's cool on a one. Ooh, that one's kind of cool. It's a three-dimensional one, huh? It's got a little ruby in the bottom. I don't think it's long enough. I'm gonna go with this one just because it's simple and it's small. question is, how would I get them to separate in there? It's a concept, guys. It's a concept. That in. Instead of gluing this little thing together. Okay, I can get the brads in, but how do I get them to flap open in there? That's the question. Boy, that is a question. Yeesh. I don't do anything easy, do I? It's a thought process. Alright, not as cool of an idea as I thought it would be. Well, it kind of is. I wonder if maybe do it that way. Alright, well maybe I could at least do it this way. No, that's not going to work either. Ah, I just broke it. Okay, I'm done. Over. It's over. The fat lady has sang. And I mean P-H-A-T fat. Tempting. Mess. God. Alright, well, it was a thought. It's kind of a cool thought, but it didn't work. I would actually have to punch through the other side to get it to close. So, alright, it's done. It's done. What do I need? A pokey tool? Yeah. You need a stud with a hole and a pretty cotter pin. We can't see. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I had it too close up, didn't I? OMG, this phone. I've been talking to myself. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so what I was saying was, in all my jibber jabber you didn't have to hear, is if this were bigger, I think I'd be a little more successful. I have really torn this thing up, but I trimmed it. And I think that overall, you get the concept of where my mind's going. Can't believe y'all didn't hear any of this. And I would need a longer brad for sure. I mean, it's obvious these are too small. Maddie has a little video about making your own brads. So if you got the longer brads and then just put a little thingy over it, it would still work. The concept that I was trying to come up with was not gluing this down, because it wouldn't work real well anyway. So I was trying to go with the brad and poke it through. I think y'all got the concept anyway. And get it to stay, and then if you had the longer brad, you could stick it out and cover that back up. But you take that brad back out. Oh my God. If it could go wrong, it would go wrong with Steph. And open it up, and then you could cover all these holes with some kind of a decoupage or something. And I think you put a little note or something in there. I think the idea is cool. I think the concept is cool, and I think it's still doable. I think I just need to do this outside of live and experiment. So yes, I was saying all that to myself. All that. Oh my gosh. Hi guys. Wow, what a mess. And it was no success. You know, I have a video out there called From a Mess to Success. At least there was a success. This one's just a plain out rotten little mess. It's all broke up. All that work. But what else did we have to do, right? So I'm going to turn this video into what not to do. But even the crackle didn't work out. I mean, it cracked, but not the way it should have crackled. And I put it on thick. So that's disappointing. Wow. Whatever. Wah, wah, wah. And that is, as they say, is that. But yeah, Maddie has a video about brads, putting your own little brads to them. These are short, and I think that if you got those longer brads and put the ends of them on there that you want, then I think this would be better. It would work out better. And this is just such a shame that I've ended up beating this thing up. I really think I need to delete the whole video. Let's just delete this live. But there it is, and there it isn't. There it is, and there it ain't. Good. I'm glad you have fun, and I'm glad y'all at least got to laugh, because we need to laugh anyway. I needed to laugh, and I don't mind laughing at myself either. I really don't. So Boss of Wood did not work out. I mean, it could. I really think it could. But I think it needs to be a bigger piece, for one. And this is the original Boss of Wood. I cut it to size because this is the only size I had. I would like a bigger one. I'm going to try and get a bigger piece if I can manage to get in the store without him, you know, telling me I can't. I want to try this on a bigger level. I will paint the white underneath where I want the napkins. I got the concept that I wanted. The main thing was I did get this to bend like I wanted. I had to do some trimming, and I think instead of gluing it, doing a tab with longer feet, open it up, and voila, you could decorate it and put a little note or something in there. I think that would be cute. I really do, and I think it's doable. So even though this one didn't work out, I think that if I did it again in a future actual video, if I try it again, then that's what I would do, probably. So I'm just saying. So I'm gonna let y'all go for real this time, for Trudeau. And I was trying to leave it natural, but because otherwise you could do anything like this with paper, right? But that was the point of leaving it woody, was to keep it woody. So anyway, but woody looks kind of rough, so maybe with some decoupage only it would be all right. So I'm gonna let y'all go, and y'all have a beautiful night. Stay safe, be careful on your trips, and Judy, good luck with whatever you choose to do, honey. And I'll talk. So thank y'all for that, and thank you for being here. For those that came in and those that left, y'all have a wonderful night. God bless, and maybe I can see you guys on Let's Talk channel, and let's give away a Bible. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.